remember, that position is a very big position, eh? Because I remember some 2 years ago or so, there was some big fight at Mayanka because everybody wanted his group to have the chief butcher position. So this morning we are lucky to have Chief Butcher with us. What do you make of the conversation we've had so far?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think that just the one you talked about, I believe we were doing so simply because of what we are discussing today. And I believe that the meat industry in Africa in general is way back. Behind.
Why do you think it's so?
Yes, because when you compare other countries like Brazil, Australia, even the United States of America.
And not to cut you, the Brazil you mentioned and the Australia you mentioned, those are the places that we're bringing the offals from.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yes. So when you look at those particular countries and look at what the industry contribute to their GDP, you know that Africa here we are joking. We are joking. And when you talked about where are we going to get food to graze these particular animals, Brazil use over 70% of their land to graze cattle. And currently, as I speak to you, in Brazil, we have about 194 million cattle.
In Brazil? We have how many million cattle?
194 million.
And when it comes to the offals, we import $2.92 million of offals from Brazil. And you said they have how many cattle?
194 million cattle.
How many cattle do we have in Ghana?
Currently in Ghana, it will be very difficult.
We don't have data. In everything we don't have data.
Yeah, we don't have data.
Ghana.
That is our problem. Brazil being the second highest country in the world to have animals after India. India have over 310 million animals within India. When you come to Australia have about 74 million cattle as I speak to you today. And you see, Australian meat is being purchased more than any other country in the world because they use grass fed.
Okay.
They feed their animals with grass.
And that is healthier.
And that is healthy.
And more wholesome.
And more wholesome. And when you look at Australia and Ghana, our land size, the way our land is, you know, Australia is just about the mining and then the meat industry that can contribute to their economy over 74 billion United States dollars every year. Every year. So in Ghana here, we have such land, we have such space.
In your estimation, forgive me, in your estimation, why do you think as a nation we haven't put down a proper plan to say that when it comes to, for example, livestock, cattle, this is the plan we're going to roll with. When it comes to, let's say, poultry, this is how we're going to go. When it comes to piggery, this is how we're going to go. Because when it comes to land and grass to feed them with, we have it all. Why don't we have a proper plan like the Brazilians, like the Indians, like the Netherlands you're talking about? Why don't we have it?
Yes. You see, Nkrumah, the visionary Nkrumah started something. Nkrumah knew very well that a cattle can be grown starting from the Wahab region. So Nkrumah started building a cattle ranches, starting from Wenchi all the way down to the northern sector. After Nkrumah, no government has ever visited that particular project. And you see, currently, as I speak to you, in the Gonja land itself, only Gonja land, Savannah, over 1 million hectares of land is there since God created this earth. Nobody has ever used in that particular land to do anything. Using 1 million hectares to grow animals in this particular country on that particular small place, we'll be able to grow millions of animals on that particular land. When you go to Australia, that is how they do. They divide the land into pieces. Like they will take about
semi-intensive.
Yes, 20, 30 acres of land or 50 acres of land. They will grow grass there, moving the animals to a different place, and then within a month or so, they bring those particular animals back to that particular to the same place for grazing and also growing grasses over there. So I think that government over the years, successive government are not putting weight into this.
But Ibrahim Wahab, you are a chief butcher.
Yeah.
I'm sure you are friends. Maybe he's even your brother.
Yeah.
The acting chairman for the breeders and dealers of cattle in Kumasi. Have you come together to speak to, let's say, the regional minister? Have you come together to meet with the agri minister and say, listen, give us the support, give us the assistance, give us the financial whatever. We will be able to do this and feed
you see,
the local consumers.
We have a mother, the butchers have a mother association that is being headed by the Greater Accra Chief Butcher, who is the president of that particular association. Over the years, they have made several attempts to meet governments to come to their aid on these particular issues, and it feels futile because when you look at the current Ashanti regional minister, I believe he was a minister who came to the abattoir, and Mr. Michael Tangbane is here. When he entered into abattoir is the third largest market in Ashanti region, and many people did not know, including the regional minister. When he got there, he was surprised. He did not know, the whole regional minister did not even know that there is such activities in Ashanti region here. He always passed through our gates. Our sector is being neglected to a level that even when you call yourself butcher, that is a perception out there. People think that, in fact, you are out of the system at all.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it makes us feel very bad, and also those who are in that particular business, we look at them as they are ignorant. If they know what the sector is contributing to the economy
of Ghana,
they wouldn't be doing it.
Alhaji Ibrahim, tell me this, because we've heard about planting for food and jobs. Then we heard about rearing for food and jobs. You are into cattle rearing. You have friends who are into cattle rearing. Was there any support given to farmers by way of this rearing for food and jobs?
No.
When it comes to the rearing bit,
No.
None of your members have gotten anything.
At all.
We have never been invited to those particular. It's just
these offers that we import. Do we know who owns it? Who is behind it? Is it some political big person who is behind it, and therefore, because the person is a politician, is making money, we don't want to look at the local bit and grow it? Who are importing these things?
It will be very difficult for us to point who is behind that. Who is behind that? But I think we are also doing a very great service to this particular country. You see, we can't sit in Ghana promoting the South African farmer, the Botswanan farmer, leaving our own farmers.
I agree with you.
Yeah, there are people in Ghana who has money, who wants to go into cattle
rearing.
It's because the place is not confined. They don't know. If you get, like Michael mentioned, some people have the animal, not that they don't want to sell. If we have at least a proper, the abattoir we have here in West Africa now becomes the second
biggest and viable.
Abattoir. After one in Nigeria, they just built
Kumasi Abattoir?
Yeah,
is the second biggest.
Yeah, first it used to be the biggest abattoir in West Africa.
And now Nigeria has beaten you to it.
Yes.
So we are the second.
Yeah, we are second now. When we start, Nigeria, University of Ibadan and Co, they all came. Yeah. And that is another area people did not know. All our science-related students across this particular country come to abattoir every day.
That I know. That
is to study. And many people did not know, or the government. You see, we have cocoa in this particular country. Our chocolate is very expensive, and many people did not know that it is expensive because we don't have milk. When government put measures into these particular things, and we can produce we can graze a lot of cattle in this particular country, we'll be able to produce more milk. When you mention
Wahab Nkrumah and the idea he had